The answers and power you seek are not external, they already exist inside you, waiting to be discovered and unleashed. For much of our lives, we are conditioned to believe that fulfillment comes from external sources. We chase after accolades, material possessions, relationships, and validation, believing that if we can just attain enough of these things, we will finally feel whole. But the truth is, all of that is a distraction from what truly matters. The strength, confidence, and clarity you yearn for are not out there, they have always been within you. Think about the times when you felt lost, unsure of which direction to take, or even questioning your worth. In those moments, it's easy to look outward for answers, expecting someone or something to fill the void. But no amount of external approval can sustain you if you don't first recognize and embrace your own power. Life will throw challenges your way, and while the support of others can be helpful, true resilience comes from within. It's not about having all the answers, it's about knowing that you are equipped to find them. There's a voice inside you, quiet at times, perhaps even drowned out by fear or doubt, that knows your worth and your potential. It's the part of you that refuses to give up, even when every circumstance around you seems to say you should. It's the part of you that dreams big, even when life feels small. This voice isn't loud, but it is persistent. The key to unlocking your inner strength is learning to listen to it, to trust it, and to follow where it leads. The journey to finding this strength begins with self-awareness. You have to be willing to look inward, to confront the parts of yourself you've been avoiding. This isn't easy, it requires honesty and vulnerability. But within that process, you'll start to see the pieces of yourself that make you unique. You'll recognize the resilience you've already shown in overcoming past challenges, the courage it took to face difficulties, and the wisdom you've gained from your experiences. These aren't just memories or moments, they're proof of your strength. Many people spend their lives searching for someone else to affirm their value. They wait for a mentor to recognize their potential, a partner to love them unconditionally, or society to grant them success. While these things can be beautiful, they are not the source of your power. If you rely on external validation to define your worth, you give others control over your life. But when you realize that your strength is innate, unshakable, and completely yours, you take back that power. You become the architect of your destiny, no longer swayed by the opinions or actions of others. What's fascinating is that the moment you stop seeking external approval, you begin to attract the very things you once chased. Why? Because confidence radiates from within. When you know your worth, you carry yourself differently. You don't need to demand attention or validation, it comes naturally because people are drawn to authenticity. And authenticity stems from understanding and embracing who you are at your core. Your inner strength is not something you have to create, it's something you uncover. It's been with you since the beginning, even if life's challenges have buried it under layers of doubt or fear. Every struggle you faced, every setback you've endured has been an opportunity to reveal more of that strength. Think about the times when you didn't think you'd make it through, but you did. Those moments are evidence that you are capable of more than you often give yourself credit for. To tap into this strength, you must let go of the false belief that you are incomplete or broken. Society has a way of convincing us that we are always missing something that we need to buy, achieve, or become more to be worthy. But the truth is, you are already enough. The journey to unleashing your inner strength isn't about adding to who you are. It's about stripping away the lies that have kept you from seeing it. This process requires patience and practice. It means silencing the noise of the world and tuning into your own voice. It means creating space for reflection, whether through meditation, journaling, or simply spending time alone. It means being gentle with yourself, understanding that growth doesn't happen overnight. And it means taking action, even when it feels uncomfortable, because every step you take toward self-discovery brings you closer to the life you were meant to live. Your strength is not defined by what you achieve, but by who you are. It's in the way you choose to keep going when the odds are stacked against you. It's in the way you treat others with kindness and compassion, even when life feels unkind to you. It's in the quiet determination to become the best version of yourself, not for anyone else, but because you deserve it. When you finally tap into this inner strength, something shifts. You stop looking at challenges as obstacles and start seeing them as opportunities to grow. You stop doubting your ability to handle what comes your way because you've proven to yourself time and time again that you can. Most importantly, you begin to trust yourself, your instincts, your decisions, your journey. The world is full of distractions, voices telling you who to be and how to live. But none of that matters if you don't first connect with the strength that is already yours. It's there, waiting, ready to be unleashed. All you have to do is trust it. Strength is not about physical toughness, it's about the resilience of your spirit, the ability to endure life's challenges, and to rise above them with courage and determination. Physical strength can lift heavy objects, but emotional resilience lifts heavy burdens of doubt, pain, and adversity that can weigh down the strongest among us. True strength is rooted in your ability to keep going, even when everything in your world seems to be falling apart. When life throws its hardest punches, physical strength can't shield you from the hurt. Emotional resilience, however, is what allows you to stand firm and face those blows with dignity and determination. This kind of strength isn't about avoiding pain or pretending it doesn't exist. It's about embracing it, learning from it, and using it as a stepping stone to something greater. Pain, though uncomfortable, has the unique ability to teach and transform. It shapes your character, revealing depths of courage and endurance you might not have known you possessed. Think about the toughest moments in your life. Maybe it was a loss that felt unbearable, a failure that shattered your confidence, or a betrayal that cut deeper than you thought possible. In those moments, you likely felt weak, vulnerable, and uncertain about how to move forward. But look at where you are now. You made it through. You found a way to survive and, in many ways, thrive despite the difficulty. That's resilience. That's strength. It wasn't the absence of struggle that defined you, but your ability to navigate through it. Emotional resilience is built, not born. Nobody starts life with an unshakable ability to endure every hardship. It's through facing challenges, both big and small, that you begin to develop this inner fortitude. Each time you confront adversity and choose to keep going, you add another layer to your strength. It's like building a muscle. The more resistance you face, the stronger you become. And just like muscles, this strength doesn't grow in comfort, it grows in the strain, in the stretching, in the moments when you feel like you can't go on but do anyway. It's important to understand that resilience doesn't mean you won't feel pain or doubt. You will. It's natural to feel fear in the face of uncertainty or sadness in the wake of loss. What resilience does is help you acknowledge those feelings without letting them define you. It gives you the ability to process your emotions, learn from them, and then take the next step forward, even when it's difficult. This strength is also deeply tied to self-belief. If you don't trust in your ability to overcome obstacles, resilience becomes harder to cultivate. Believing in yourself doesn't mean arrogance or thinking you're invincible. It means understanding that no matter what comes your way, you have the resources within to handle it. It's a quiet confidence that whispers, "I've been through storms before, and I can weather this one too." But where does this self-belief come from? It comes from the times you faced hardship and emerged stronger. It comes from the lessons learned in failure and the growth that comes from pushing through fear. Every challenge you've overcome is evidence of your strength. Reflecting on those moments can remind you of your capability when new challenges arise. Resilience is also about adaptability. Life doesn't always go according to plan, and often the path you thought you were meant to follow gets blocked or rerouted. Emotional strength allows you to pivot, to adjust your expectations, and to keep moving forward even when the road is unfamiliar. This adaptability doesn't mean giving up on your goals or dreams. It means being open to the idea that there might be a different way to reach them. One of the most remarkable aspects of emotional resilience is its ripple effect. When you show strength in the face of adversity, you inspire others to do the same. Your courage becomes a beacon, reminding those around you that they too are capable of overcoming their struggles. Strength then becomes not just a personal asset, but a gift you share with the world. It's also worth noting that resilience doesn't mean doing it all alone. True strength recognizes the value of seeking support when needed. Asking for help isn't a sign of weakness, it's a testament to your awareness and determination to move forward. Whether it's leaning on friends, family, or a community, allowing others to support you can amplify your resilience. Strength is not diminished by vulnerability, it's often enhanced by it. Resilience is the quiet determination to keep moving, even when the journey is tough. It's the refusal to let setbacks define your story. It's the ability to hold on to hope, even in the darkest moments. This strength is not about having an unshakable exterior, but about cultivating an unbreakable spirit. It's about knowing that no matter how many times life knocks you down, you have the power to rise again, and each time you do, you rise stronger than before. The journey to self-discovery is neither easy nor straightforward. It is raw, challenging, and transformative. It requires courage to face parts of yourself you've long ignored or avoided. But it is in this journey that you uncover the strength, clarity, and purpose that have been waiting within you. This process is not about perfection or arriving at some final destination of enlightenment. It's about growth, learning, and becoming more in tune with who you truly are. Self-discovery often begins with a sense of dissatisfaction or discomfort, a feeling that something in your life isn't aligning with your values, desires, or potential. This discomfort is not a sign of failure, but an invitation to explore deeper. It's a signal that your soul is ready for something more meaningful. But answering that call isn't easy. It requires stepping into the unknown, leaving behind the safety of the familiar, and confronting the fears and doubts that inevitably arise. To embark on this journey, you must first be willing to ask yourself hard questions. Who am I beyond the roles I play in life? What do I truly want? And why do I want it? These questions are not easy to answer, and they may challenge long-held beliefs about yourself and the world around you. But the answers, as elusive as they may seem, are worth pursuing. They guide you toward authenticity, a life lived in alignment with your true self, rather than one dictated by external expectations. The path to self-discovery is rarely smooth. It's marked by setbacks, detours, and moments of doubt. You may find yourself grappling with old wounds or unresolved issues that resurface during the process. This is not a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's a natural part of growth. Healing is messy, and progress is rarely linear. But each time you face these challenges, you gain strength, clarity, and insight. One of the most profound aspects of self-discovery is learning to embrace your imperfections. Society often teaches us to strive for flawlessness, to hide our weaknesses and present an image of perfection to the world. But true growth comes from acknowledging and accepting the parts of yourself that you'd rather hide. Your mistakes, vulnerabilities, and failures are not marks against you. They are experiences that shape and define your humanity. By embracing them, you allow yourself to grow and evolve into a more complete version of who you are. During this journey, you may also discover that some of the things you thought were integral to your identity are not truly yours. Perhaps they were imposed by societal norms, family expectations, or past experiences. Letting go of these false layers can be difficult, but it is necessary to uncover your authentic self. This shedding process can feel like loss, but it is ultimately liberating. It allows you to rebuild your life based on your values, passions, and truths. Self-discovery also demands patience. In a world that often glorifies instant results, it can be frustrating to realize that understanding yourself is a lifelong process. There will be moments of clarity when everything seems to fall into place, followed by periods of uncertainty where you question everything. This ebb and flow is natural and should not discourage you. Growth takes time, and every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to the person you're meant to become. Another key aspect of self-discovery is the willingness to step outside your comfort zone. Growth does not happen in safe, predictable spaces. It requires you to take risks, try new things, and face fears that may have held you back. Whether it's pursuing a passion, ending a toxic relationship, or confronting a limiting belief, these acts of courage push you toward greater self-awareness and fulfillment. Each time you step out of your comfort zone, you expand your understanding of what you're capable of. As you move through this process, you'll likely notice a shift in how you view the world. The journey of self-discovery not only deepens your understanding of yourself, but also changes how you relate to others in your environment. You begin to see connections, find meaning in the seemingly mundane, and approach life with a sense of curiosity and wonder. This perspective shift is one of the greatest gifts of self-discovery. It transforms the way you experience life, making even the smallest moments feel significant. It's important to remember that self-discovery is deeply personal. No two journeys look the same, and comparing your progress to someone else's will only distract you from your path. Your journey is yours alone, shaped by your unique experiences, challenges, and aspirations. Trusting this process and staying true to yourself is essential. The journey to self-discovery is transformative because it brings you closer to your truth. It strips away the noise and distractions of the external world, allowing you to connect with your inner self. This connection is the foundation of a fulfilling life. It empowers you to make choices that align with your values, to pursue passions that bring you joy, and to build relationships that nurture and uplift you. While the journey is challenging, the reward is worth every step. Facing your fears is one of the most powerful ways to unleash your inner strength. Fear is an instinctive response, a warning system designed to protect you from harm. However, in the context of personal growth, fear often becomes a barrier, holding you back from pursuing your potential and achieving your goals. It whispers doubts into your mind, telling you that you're not capable, that the risks are too high, or that failure is inevitable. Yet when you confront your fears, you transform them from obstacles into opportunities for growth. Fear thrives on avoidance. The more you avoid what you're afraid of, the more power it gains over your life. It roots itself deeper into your psyche, dictating your decisions and limiting your possibilities. This avoidance creates a comfort zone, a space that feels safe but stagnant, where growth is stifled. To grow, you must step outside this comfort zone and confront the fears that hold you back. Each time you do, you weaken fear's grip and strengthen your resolve. Confronting fear is not about eliminating it entirely. Fear is a natural part of life, and its presence often signals that you are on the brink of something important. Rather, facing your fears is about learning to coexist with them, to acknowledge their presence without letting them dictate your actions. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is the decision to act despite it. This mindset shift allows you to approach fear with curiosity rather than dread, asking yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this fear help me grow? One of the first steps in facing fear is identifying its root cause. Often our fears are not as straightforward as they seem. For example, the fear of failure may actually stem from a fear of judgment, while the fear of change might be rooted in a desire for control. By examining your fears closely, you begin to understand what truly lies beneath them. This understanding gives you the clarity and focus needed to confront them effectively. Once you've identified your fears, the next step is to challenge them. Fear is often fueled by irrational thoughts and worst-case scenarios that rarely come to pass. When you take the time to question these thoughts, you strip fear of its power. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Is this fear realistic, or am I letting my imagination run wild often? You'll find that the reality of a situation is far less intimidating than your mind makes it out to be. Action is the antidote to fear. The more you take deliberate steps toward what you fear, the less intimidating it becomes. This process, often referred to as desensitization, involves gradually exposing yourself to the source of your fear in manageable increments. For example, if you fear public speaking, Start by practicing in front of a mirror, then in front of a close friend, and eventually in larger groups. Each small victory builds confidence, showing you that fear's power diminishes with each step forward. Facing fear also requires resilience because the journey is rarely smooth. There will be setbacks and moments when fear feels overwhelming. These moments are not failures but opportunities to learn and grow. Each time you confront fear and persevere, you build mental and emotional strength. This resilience becomes a cornerstone of your inner power, enabling you to face future challenges with greater confidence and determination. Another important aspect of overcoming fear is shifting your perspective on failure. Fear of failure is one of the most common and paralyzing fears, yet failure is an essential part of growth. Each failure teaches valuable lessons, offering insights that success often cannot. When you reframe failure as a stepping stone rather than a stopping point, you free yourself from its grip. You begin to see challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, rather than threats to avoid. The process of facing fear is deeply empowering because it reveals your inner strength. It shows you that you are capable of more than you realized, that you can endure discomfort and uncertainty, and that you have the courage to take control of your life. This realization is transformative. It shifts your mindset from one of limitation to one of possibility, opening doors to new opportunities and experiences. Facing fear also helps you build trust in yourself. Each time you confront a fear and overcome it, you prove to yourself that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. This self-trust is a powerful foundation for personal growth. It gives you the confidence to take risks, pursue your goals, and navigate the uncertainties of life with resilience and determination. The journey to facing fear is not easy, but it is one of the most rewarding paths you can take. It requires courage, persistence, and a willingness to embrace discomfort. Yet, the rewards are profound. As you confront your fears, you unlock a wellspring of inner strength, clarity, and confidence that propels you toward your fullest potential. Fear may always be a part of life, but it no longer has to control it. Instead, it becomes a stepping stone, a reminder of your courage, and a testament to your growth.